videos. Hey guys, I'm Kate. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to one of the new spaces that will be the background for my videos. As you can see, this is a fireplace. There are two fireplaces in this house in Texas. But today I wanted to show off a little bit of my office tour. We've done a whole renovation on it. It was affectionately called Moon Room before. Very dark. There was a creepy handprint on one of the doors. Maybe it was haunted. Maybe it's still haunted. We're not sure. But it is no longer Moon Room. I have an entire wall of books and I just kind of want to talk through the process. There's still some stuff to be done and that I need to like have one, I'm gonna have two desks. Because that's the way I am now. I'm gonna have two desks and I'm gonna have a standing desk on one of them. I actually need to sand down that desk still, but it's a work in progress. It's gonna be a work in progress for a while. Oh, I'm gonna find a way to hang all of my little origami cranes, but the bulk of it is done. And without further ado, I want to show you Moon Room. Despite how it appears on camera, it was actually pretty dark in person, and there's some very sweet stories behind it from the previous owner, which in a weird way, we actually got to like hang out and meet. I know that's not usual for home buying. And apparently it was the owner before that had actually originated Moon Room. I also didn't realize that the walls, the other walls, were yellow until after we had started painting. But of course, before we could paint, we needed to remove the outlets. And the plus side of this is there's actually a lot of them in my office, so I'm really excited about that. Except that I'm taking up an entire wall of books, this means I have some options for when I want to redecorate things. I find that like every other year or every year, I decide I want to move stuff around, kind of mix up the vibe of the place, so again, I've got options. But of course, we weren't doing this just for Moon Room, for my office. We were doing it for the whole house. So this whole process was supposed to take 2 weeks. Admittedly, it's still kind of ongoing. But once all the outlets were off, we also had to take down the stars that were made out into actual constellations, which again, very sweet, not exactly the vibe I was going for. And so we had to remove all of those. Some of them were actually like little tiny stickers and not the like plastic stick-on stars. So that proved to be its own sort of challenge. And of course, we had to get on the ladder to do that. Whew. Once all the stars were off, it was time to get to painting. Let me tell you how many coats of primer this took. First off, we started painting in the master bedroom. We were doing it ourselves, and so we learned a lot in the process, so then when we went to Moon Room, we knew we'd have to do primer. We knew we'd have to do primer multiple times. And each next time, we're like, will this be the moment? Will the moon finally be gone forever? Not forever, it's still in our hearts. But will this cover it up? And the answer was no, and no, and no, until I think the 4th coat of primer. So not even the paint that we were gonna put on, but primer. Oh, you can see the hand, yes.
Especially if you get in the light, just
All
right, you ready?
I'm ready. Goodbye hand, goodbye creepy hand. Yes, you have been warded off. And finally, it was goodbye moon. Yeah. And if it's the faintest of outlines, then you know what? He deserves to stay at this point. Thankfully, my parents and one of the boyfriend's friends was there to help with this process, because after frickin' taking 2 whole days to do the master ourselves, the rest of the house needed just as much work, and oh, it would have taken us so long if we were doing it by ourselves. The real trick with Moon Room though, and just the house in general, in the best kind of way, is that it's very like uniquely architectured. Is that a verb? Can I make it a verb? It has a very unique design, which is going to allow me a lot of little fun stuff that I can place, like my dragon bag that Becca made me and all sorts of other stuff, because he'll look like he's flying. But again, this meant lots of ladders, lots of like very rough sort of swiping far away with the paintbrush or the little rolly thing. It was a very fun challenge, and we actually picked out this light blue color to cover the walls with. Moon Room being the only one with a painted ceiling, we did have to do another coat of white on. So we did all the primer, the white, and then we painted the walls this really pretty kind of Arctic-y blue. Need to show off the progress of moon room. Look at it, it's not a moon room anymore. You actually can't even tell. So, the only thing is, she's gotten the red, which feels like the moon is and the haunted handprint are coming for us. Oh wow. And it looks really cool throughout all different portions of the day. Lights on, lights off, overcast, sunny. Yes, it's much brighter. It actually makes the whole space feel bigger. It is time for the moment of truth on the crown molding. I'm gonna take this off and see. We have some white from the ceiling that if it doesn't work, because in here, you can see we had to do this on the master bedroom too. Is like paint, and the paint job was just so bad the first time they did it. The first people that painted the house actually got some of the wall color on the ceiling, which meant that even though we did our best job of taping up everything so that none of the paint got anywhere, when we were actually taking the paint off, we saw the yellow or the pink walls in some case coming through on the ceiling, and we didn't realize. So then we had to go and do little touch-ups, try and make it fade a little bit better. It is not expert by any means, but we have a lot of fun stories of us doing it ourselves. And you know what? It actually looks pretty good. Better was our objective the whole way. So then once we were done painting all the corners, basically done with paint as best we could because there were touch-ups all along the way, I had to install the fan back on my office space, put the covers for the outlets back on, and then there was flooring to be done still, which we did not do ourselves. And you can see they've taken up the tack board, so then when the wood is in here, it will all fit. Because while we felt confident that if we messed up the painting a little bit, we could do something to fix it, if you mess up the floors, we just were not prepared. I also got to do some fun wiring and play around with the smoke detectors, which I've never done before. There was a lot of aspects of this that I just had never done before. I'd lived in apartments by myself or like with my parents and they took care of them. So I usually had someone to call to do these sort of things ahead of time. So I got to learn, which was really fun. I need the other one. Not this guy. Then finally, once the floors were done, it was moving day, which was an all-day affair, let me tell you. All of these things, I thought I was prepared for how long it would take or how hard it would be, and in some ways, I was right, but also like times 1.5. It was even harder, I was even more sore after. Yes, bonus shot of the desk that I painted ahead of time coming down the U-Haul. I love it, I'm very excited. Desk is here. Google can hear everything. We're ready. Are we ready? We're ready. A bookshelf.
That is the only way we're going to take her a tow, short of marching an army in here and seizing it by force. Work with him? Spook asked. You've been here 3 days. Isn't that enough for you to see what Quellion is like? And that was it.
One shelf down. 2 more to go. So I finished the second one, but I got a little cocky. I wasn't paying as much attention, and then admittedly, it's like 11 p.m. It's past my bedtime. But I did it again. At least this time I realized I have tried to fix it, cannot fix it, so we're just gonna go with it, but...
So just because he has one beat doesn't mean he has a wealth of it. Yeah, no. I wonder if he's found the storage cavern.
Ta-da! Ta-da! But before I got the wall, before I actually moved the stuff from the garage into the room, including all of the books that I still had to put on my shelves, it was time to bring the little pupperoni over to meet Buffy and Zelda and to stay with us.
Duke, you coming home with me? You coming home with me, bud? So do you want to do one final pee out here? Good job, buddy.
Short leash. Did you want the long red leash?
Such a good little puppy, yes. Did you just see your new home? Hi, Buffy. Yes, good job, Duke. Hi, hi, hi. I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, play nice with him, okay? He's a little older, all right? Yeah. I know. Yes. Oh, yeah. Hey, how do you like it, buddy? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Zoom, zoom. Ah! Yay. It's done. It's done. Duke's chilling in here next to my desk I painted. What a good puppy he is. Man, it looks so nice. There was one little casualty in that I got a tiny cardboard cut. My bad. But yes, entire wall of books. Entire wall of books. Now you know just how to actually set up the books. Then I filled the shelves with the books, and actually this is the perfect time to show you what it looks like in full now. Ta-da! An entire wall of books. So you can see I still have some boxes left to unpack. Most of this one is notebooks, but a little bit of computer stuff, a little bit of stuff in here. My desk, my beautiful, beautiful desk. Some of the decorations, which actually I think I'm gonna put on this wall for reference. This wall, because I'm gonna put my other desk right here and then my standing desk. And then, can I get it all in one shot? Whoa, look at those books. Look at that bookshelf. Is this after I have already gotten rid of books? Yes. And that is my return of my little rainbow guys. So we have young adult favorites that I've read, which stops where that blue giraffe is. And then we go into alphabetical young adult that I have not yet read. That doesn't continue on until the final bookshelf over here and goes down. Then I have like a text section for stuff that I'm not currently using. I have like romance mystery romance, chick lit, all sorts of stuff here. Look at this, featuring the books that Regina sent me. So excited. I have manga there and manga down there. Oh, now Zelda wants to come in with my little Disney army. This is like adult fantasy, mystery, sci-fi all together. And then some of my activity stuff, I guess, with the origami and the oracle cards. Down here is classics or foreign language books. And then this is my section of nonfiction, and then specifically some writing books. I still have a few things to unpack. Like, I'm not entirely sure where my copy of Save the Cat went. I still have stuff to bring over from my parents' house too. So, but most of it is done. And then I have my friends' books featured. Yeah, ta-da, 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 ta-da. The chair that was at the boyfriend's is still in the garage. There's a few things still in the garage that need to be brought in, but ta-da, ta-da. Also Frankie. Wow. 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 All right, sit down back in front of the fireplace. That is gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am gonna do like a first writing vlog in the new office, but not until I have that other desk set up and more of my space finalized. But I'm really excited. The puppies are getting along relatively well. Buffy's having a little bit of territorial issues. But so far, so good. And this is the first work day. I'm filming this kind of wrap up on Monday. This is the first work day that I've actually had to sit at my desk to do work. And it feels so nice to be back. So I just can't wait for that office space to be done, for there to be no more boxes, no more freaking boxes, and just to get back into the swing of things and into routine. So please do comment down below. Let me know if you've ever done any kind of house renovations or like office makeovers. Let me know if you, like me, tend to reorganize, reshuffle your space once a year. Let me know how you organize your bookshelves. Let me know if there's anything that you must have
in your desk or your writing space or your office if you are lucky enough to have an office. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon in a new video. Bye. A madre for scale. I should have done that.